Hey everyone, and welcome back to T&A Motorsports Shop Talk. This is episode number 9, and tonight we got a special guest, Dalton Kilroe, the number 41 car in here. We got number 44 of Aaron Bockover, and the number 8 of Amanda Sherman. Little Terry Bear couldn't be with us tonight because he's working late, so we'll try to get on without him. So,
Excuses, excuses,
yeah.
excuses.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Good. How you doing?
Doing good. All right. So hopefully this doesn't get too crazy and we have to split you guys up, but
We'll see. We'll see.
Had
So
a good season so far, so I don't think we'll have to do that.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
chat's not popping. Oh, there it is.
Oh, we got a couple penises right away.
Yeah.
Well, we got one penis and then we got pains.
They haven't taught Ian how to spell yet back in elementary school. So we like to start off when we have guests on. Dalton, why don't you tell everybody how you got started in iRacing?
Well, really, I was just more looking at different ways to try to actually just get into some sort of racing, whether it's real life or virtual, and it was the cheapest, easiest way I could figure out how to do it, and quickly just grabbed one of my dad's old Momo wheels with no force feedback and jumped on a laptop, and just here we are.
Nice. What setup do you run now? Oops.
Right now it's a lot different. I've got a Playseat sim rig with a Logitech G29 steering wheel, pedals, H pattern shifter. Also got an Oculus Rift. I said that really wrong. What the hell am I doing? I'm drinking water and I'm not even speaking right. I have an Oculus Rift TV1. So I race in VR. It's pretty fun. And then in the computer, I've got a Ryzen 5 3600 and like a GTX 1660, I think.
Nice.
Which a lot better than that damn laptop.
Yeah, sounds it.
Because that laptop wasn't the best. I think I was getting maybe 30 FPS with no stands on, nothing. I couldn't do jack.
So Aaron, how do you feel having Dalton in here? Let's get started with that. I know you guys have had your run-ins back in the day. Well, before we get into that, I want to ask Dalton another question. So you won the championship last year. How'd that feel winning the championship in Blazing Pedals? And how do you feel your season went?
Well, overall, I really just feel like I got lucky pretty much the entire fucking season. Just had a couple wins early. Again, most of them really from luck. I mean, I had a lucky caution, I think at like Texas or something, and that put me in a good position. And just a bunch of races, stuff just like fell into my lap. It was that golden horseshoe, as people like to call it, and it was just Mark. I'm not aerodynamic with shaved arms. I don't shave them. I don't wax them. I have hair on my arms. Stop saying that. But no, just a lot of stuff fell into my lap and conditions happened and somehow I walked away with it.
Yeah, I know that's a great accomplishment too with all the guys we have in the league because we have a lot of good racers in the league. How do you think the competition is this season so far?
It's definitely ramped up a little bit. I mean, obviously with Matt Gruenberg coming out and going 50% on wins or whatever, and the amount of races he's done, he's really setting the bar high, and I know we're definitely gonna have to look at that. Of course, yes, I have to rep. I did not wreck Bockover 28 times. It was like 3 times. Okay, get it right.
So you're talking about Gruenberg. What do you think when Jamie gets his computer issues fixed? Do you think he's going to be
Oh yeah.
running with him?
Oh yeah, definitely, without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, Gruenberg's good. Jamie's good. I feel like the two of them, and then if Dalton Tucker ever decides to show up again, the three of them would have a pretty good battle for the title, in my opinion.
So who will make the fourth one then in the final four? If you think those three,
It is a coin toss completely. There's plenty of guys that are proven that they're fast in these Xfinity cars, and it's really gonna come down to that last race just before the playoffs, which is where are we going? It's
Darlington.
Darlington.
It's gonna come down to Phoenix. The
Oh
race
before the championship.
race. So we'll have to see. Maybe some circumstances will take the best contender out of that fourth spot to contend against the big three, which I never even thought to call Jamie, Dalton Tucker, and Matt Gruenberg the big three of Blazing Pedals. Yeah, if Dakota did show up, it probably would be him, but he ain't showing up.
So how did this whole feud between you two get started? For people
41.
Yeah.
The people that don't know about it. Why don't you guys talk it out a little bit?
I forget what race it started at. I think it was Auto Club. Just the second race or one of the early races of the season. I didn't even realize or didn't even think that Bockover was on older tires, and I just straight ran him over. And a lot of stupid stuff on my part is what caused it.
See, to me, it went back a season before that in the trucks when Dalton would say, hey, we're on old tires. Watch what we're doing. And then he spun out and took me out at Bristol, and he did it again at Dover. And it was like, are you kidding? And then at Auto Club last year, I was on old tires, and he ran me over when I was on old tires, and it was what it was. And then last year at the second Talladega race, it just, looking back, it was nobody's fault. It's just, yeah. And
it was just like if there was anybody not to do it to.
Sam's bringing up Darlington.
The trucks were a dark time.
But yeah, last year at Talladega, I had to get every point I could before we went to the Roval the following week, and coming to the line, I got taken out, and Dalton came in to apologize, but you know how it is at that point. You don't want to hear anything. So, but I'm glad you ended up winning the championship. And I told you on that last restart, if I'd have been thinking, I'd have started on the outside and put Derek in front of you.
Made me have to work for it.
Yep. Come on, Amanda. What do you have to say?
Yeah,
Mark wants you
Amanda.
to talk.
I don't know. I'm just listening to you guys because, when Corey was racing with you guys last year, I would watch some of the broadcasts and everything. And I remember watching that last race going, I thought your buddy Aaron was supposed to wreck that 41.
We're not buddies.
Don't say that ever again. But I was like, I thought he was supposed to wreck him. I'm like, he didn't really do it. I didn't even see an attempt. And he said he's like, he's a true racer. He saw he had a chance to win, so he's not going to let a rivalry or a little feud or anything come between him and a good win. So I thought it was fun to watch as an outsider, but even more entertaining now watching it happen while I'm racing.
Well, honestly, the way the cautions fell, I had saved tires and saved tires and saved tires, and I had a plan in my head, and I told Corey, I'm like, man, I've got the freshest tires, and I've got a chance to win this race. I'm like, what should I do? And he's like, forget Dalton, go for the win. And like we've talked, the competition is just so good in here. You got to take them when you can.
Yeah, Mark, I turn it up a little bit.
Not high enough.
You got to rep the Blazing Pedals tank top.
Yeah, we made her a nice Blazing Pedals Xfinity Series tank top on the new printer. Came out pretty good.
Dalton, you put your shirt back on. I thought you were rocking the wife beater.
I was. I was saving that for later.
He's got all the sponsors now. Turn 3 and TRJ.
Yep.
Like Rick said earlier, I am the walking billboard, the suck up.
Hey, if it wasn't for those guys, we wouldn't have a league. So
valid point.
Oh yeah, I mean every sponsor we have in the league is a great sponsor. Rock the nipples.
No, I do like watching you guys race each other too, because I hear the way you talk with me, and talking about the different people, how fast they are, and the way they drive and everything. And I'd have to say Dalton was one of them in the beginning, and I'm still nervous when you come up near me, but you're very respectful about it. But I was like, oh God, Dalton's fast. I obviously don't want to wreck my teammates, but seeing you up front, and then you're very gracious with helping with the pit parties and the different things like that. That I enjoy racing with you, because it makes me want to be better, like the way I am in practice with Corey and Terry and Aaron. Well, not so much Terry, but with racing against the guys like you and everything. I'm like, geez, like this kid's good and everything. So it makes me want to practice even more, and not only just for myself, but for other people to go, holy shit, she's actually getting better. She's actually listening and joining the practices and everything. So I really like watching you and a bunch of the other guys race.
Pit party.
Yeah,
go ahead.
No, I was just going to say those pit parties do help everybody. I know Amanda really enjoys them.
Yeah, I know during the main reason I really started trying to do them was just so that way everybody could get an idea of what the of course, Sam, of course. But just so everybody could get an idea of what kind of restarts would be like in a way, even though obviously different tire strategies would, come into things, but everybody would be on fresh tires and at least get an idea of what you could do on a restart and how chaotic or non-chaotic the restarts would be. And then on top of that, it's just I never said this, or at least I don't think I said it, but I think during one of them I was behind you, Amanda, and I was just riding just to see what you would do, and you were doing really, really good out there. I think it was Rockingham or something like that. You were ahead of me for like a 20-lap run or something like that, and
I
I was
think it
just
was Rockingham, because that's why I was actually getting excited for the race to start. Going, oh my god, like I actually did decent on
yeah.
it. Held my line pretty well, and the night foretold how the rest of the night was going to go. But it definitely, you see, when we do the first or second pit party at practice, I try to stay towards the middle or the back, and then all of a sudden, each time somehow I get finagled up front, whether it's my own subconscious choosing, or I think it was a Derek jumped on the outside and left me up in the front on
Okay,
the
Mark.
inside line. But I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try it. I have to, but I do like the pit parties.
But Amanda, you're learning to quit worrying about what's in your rear view mirror and worry about what's out your windshield.
Oh my God, the first few races, especially the fun races, I've just kept staring in my mirror and just, oh, who's coming behind me? But definitely it's helping me stop staring at who's behind me.
Yep. That's a big key. Don't worry about what's going on behind you.
Oh yeah, I just like seeing them spinning behind me.
Exactly.
Just see the smoke and fire and be like, yeah, boys, keep going.
I need a little break. But yeah, with the pit party, especially at Rockingham, because I think me and Bockover tried it during our practice or something, and during the pit party I noticed it too, that you could tell that you got a little bit of tire spin from that, and you wouldn't notice that just going out practicing, just running laps.
Fucking Mark.
Oh, jeez. So off to Talladega this week. Everybody ready for that?
Oh yeah.
Like I said, I wouldn't mind doing a midweek practice. I'm going to see if Corey will throw one up and let everybody know in Discord, because I like Talladega, but I'd like to get a little more drafting practice in with a few extra people, knowing that, you got to have a few extra cars in there, because I know how to run the track, but I want to get the nervousness of drafting with a big pack again kind of out of my system. So want to throw a practice in there.
Yeah, definitely. I love looking forward to the super speedways. I just, driving that 3 car, I can see the air. So, I just got to hook up with that 44 and try to push them to the win. Hopefully nobody takes us out again.
Yeah, don't turn them in front of the field.
Oh, that wasn't me.
Let's talk
That was
about how we come up with a wonderful strategy as a team before the race. We're all going to stick together. Let's hang out in the back. And then as soon as the green flag drops, we're like, fuck
it's
all of you
bye
guys. We're on
guys.
our own.
Fuck
Yep.
you.
See ya. Like, where the hell did our strategy go, guys?
Yeah, I think it was Daytona or something. Bockover was in front of me. He's like, "We pit with them." I'm like, "Yeah, let's go." And he's like, "No, I'm staying out." And everybody else is pulling on the pit. I'm like, "Okay, I guess he stayed out."
I think that was in the clash that we ran. I think at
Yeah.
Daytona is where we had this had our strategy, and all of a sudden Corey took off to the front. And I'm like, "Where are you going?" He's like, "Screw you guys." I'm
Yeah.
outta here."
Shit's gonna go on back here.
No.
And then I got wrecked out anyway.
Take out the entire field one time, Sam.
Oh yeah, didn't he do that the one time, Ian?
Yeah, he did have Tim race for him.
We were like, "What the fuck's going on with Ian? Why is he so slow?"
Was it at Talladega or was it at Daytona?
It was at Talladega. And it's amazing how you can tell somebody different is driving when you can't actually see him. Was like, what is going on with Ian?
It's like usually he ain't all over the place like that.
Well, yeah, it's just not as bad. Okay.
Yeah.
You got the crickets playing?
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't got my cricket thing pulled up. What do you guys want to talk about? Let's see. I think my grandma's faster than Tim. She brakes better.
Hey, at least Tim didn't slam on the clutch like Noah Van Hout did.
Oh yeah, I remember that when he did that. He hit
Arca clutch.
Yeah, he hit the clutch instead of the brakes, coming to an accident.
Yeah. You don't need brakes. There's always stuff to stop you. You don't need.
Yeah,
to
you use somebody's bumper to stop you.
Yeah.
That's right.
Or in Blake's case at Iowa, 5 other cars.
Yeah.
He came from a mile back.
So, Dalton, were you in? When did you start in Blazing Pedals? Was it the first season Mark took over?
Yeah. Well, I was actually in it when in the dark days of Wesley Johnson. I've been here since the beginning. I'm pretty sure you and I were teammates in that first season with Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan
Watch.
and Tyler too.
Yeah, that was a team that was going places until frickin' what was it? Till Tyler Gary started getting big headed and whatever.
Yep. Yeah, that was a fun team to be on. And then I think I was on a team with Noah, and then found my way over to this T&A scrub bunch. I was like, I want to be the fastest on the team. Who could I go on with?
Yeah, it's not hard to be the fastest on this team, is it?
Well, you got one that doesn't show up for practices, and
Hell, doesn't show up for races. What do you mean practices?
yeah,
Yeah.
How many other leagues are you in? Because I know Corey was racing on Tuesdays for a while, and weren't you in that one too?
Yeah. I race on Tuesday nights in Dynasty Racing League with Corey, and then on Wednesday night I'm now racing in Rick's League, trying to stick it to Jeff Ward. Even though that's a work in progress right there. And then we were racing Saturday night in NASCAR before that happened. So yeah, unfortunately didn't have enough people showing up to that. So guy decided to close the doors. Which I personally don't like, I don't agree with. I figure we should have at least tried to build up more people and do open races like one of the guys suggested, but guy was like, nope, not doing it. We're done. So
NASCAR was open setup too, right?
yeah, it was open setup, ARCA cars, pretty fun racing once you actually got people in there, but it was just not enough people.
We knew what time it is every Saturday around 2:00. We get the text from Aaron. Anybody racing NASCAR? Anybody racing NASCAR? I'm like, what is it? 2:00? It's Saturday, right? It's 2:00.
Yeah, it's like, well, if we gonna race, we got 7 hours to practice. Let's get set up.
Like Corey said, I think it was a bit of the open setup, which I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. I just figured out how to do like my brakes and everything like that, just for our fixed setups. But that's just a little late for a Saturday night.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that, especially with my UPS job starting up in the next couple days. That's gonna be tight.
Hey, shake and bake, Cal.
Oh, so you are starting there?
Yeah, I
Oh.
actually got the text earlier this morning that
Nice.
I'm good to go,
Congratulations.
and tomorrow at like 7:30 in the morning, I've got like I want to say it's a retraining meeting since I was already there for the seasonal stuff, but
Good.
hopefully I'm back to whatever I was doing Wednesday.
Very nice.
Yeah, handling those packages.
Oh yeah, you know it. I gotta handle a package one way.
Oh, Sam, you got a new job too?
Where you working this week, Sam?
I think I remember him saying he's going back to Werner and doing
Yeah.
over the road finally.
Yeah, that's what he was telling me, I think, last week.
It's like, thank God he's finally doing it.
Hey,
And
get
letting
into
no damn
UPS.
snowstorm take him off track.
Get into UPS, get your CDL, and really come out and drive.
You don't need your CDL for UPS.
Does if he's driving a semi, not for the little brown vans.
Yeah, little package cars, they call them, Aaron.
Mark was typing the same shit.
Yeah, Sam, your hoodie got shipped out today, so hopefully it gets the, whatever. I don't know. I think it's 2 days. But yeah, that came out great. Waiting on your medium shirt there, Aaron. It's coming in. I think it's already here. So maybe I got your one shirt done I made for you, and then I got your hat done.
People keep shipping.
Is that your brother? Who is that?
No, that was Marquise. But Brendan is my dad.
Oh, what's up, Dalton's dad?
And he just texted me saying he's going to tell you guys my home address and my social security number.
Throw that right in chat. Everybody sent packages to Dalton.
I ain't that big, Mark, you fucking dildo. 2X, not a 6.
Oh, not on the medium, Rick. That's not for me. I'm not fitting into a medium at all.
Yeah, me and Amanda were talking the other day when we go to the Daytona race. We were thinking of t-shirts to wear. I'm like, I'm going to wear one. I'm going to buy a sleeveless shirt. I'm going to put Rockin' the Bockover and have the T&A turtle on it. I'm like, hopefully I get on camera with that bitch.
We got to make the biggest ruckus in the grandstands because did you guys see that they're going to they've actually opened up the
full capacity
limitations. It's full capacity.
100%.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah,
really?
it was Daytona, Darlington. I want to say maybe Richmond.
Maybe I forget what the other track was.
I'm super excited because I just realized Corey hasn't been to a NASCAR race for drinking age. So it's going to be a fun time because I am at my most comfortable and at ease at a NASCAR race because everybody's just so nice. Like I was saying to him and his parents yesterday, I said, it's one thing if you go to a football game, you got half the fans for one team, half the fans for the other, and they're a little belligerent. They're kind of assholes to each other because of the rivalries or whatnot. You go to a NASCAR race, you've got all these different fans with different people. They're so fun and polite, and I'm super stoked that he's of drinking age at a NASCAR race.
Yeah, it's been. I was even talking to my parents who said it's been over 20 years since they've gone to a NASCAR race too. So that should be fun. My dad can't wait to see Daytona because they put all that money into it. And we went there when I was little, and we did the whole ride-along thing where you take a little tram around the inside of the track. Yeah. And we actually did the ride-along in the cars where the guy drives you around, and that was nuts going around Daytona.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
Well, Dak, here's the deal.
We got to figure out where you're sitting and where you're going to park and everything too. So, or at least try to meet up inside, find each other. Yeah. Did you say you are going Friday night for Xfinity or no?
Actually, if the Xfinity's Friday night, I won't be able to make it unless I get somebody to cover the desk at the bowling alley. If I'm even still there, I don't even know. We'll see what happens.
You gotta spray the shoes down.
Spray the shoes, hand out the lanes, kick people out for being too drunk, too stupid.
Chucking the bowling balls halfway down the alley.
Breaking a machine.
Kick the Corys out.
Oh, I'm a respectable bowler.
Nah, Corey would be okay.
Even though I hung up my bowling shoes to, pursue this iRacing career. I was just sick of the drive. It was like a 45-minute drive to the alley. And plus with the whole COVID thing where you had to wear a mask and a lot of the places you couldn't even drink at or you had to order food when you first got there and then you could buy drinks. It was like, I always get my food second game.
Okay, no I don't, Mark.
Mark's on fire tonight.
Oh, I could just picture him.
He has been writing this shit down ever since he knew that I'm going to be on here. He's waiting.
He smells the stink out of the shoes.
Yeah, you wish. You fucking wish.
You still bowling in the league, Dalton?
Yeah, I'm bowling in a couple.
Nice. What average?
Not doing too hot.
Yeah, what's your average now?
Well, when I say not doing too hot, not doing what I'd like to do. I'd like to be averaging like 220, 230, but I'm averaging 195. So.
Nice.
Getting there, but...
So I know me and you talked one night for a while about bowling for a while, because like I said, I've been bowling since I was like 7, and then been on and off, as I got older, and so I was sick of the commitment to it, going every week, because even if you don't show up, you have to pay, and all that,
I think,
just the driving, and...
I think the main league that I, fuck you, Mark. Fuck you. Okay.
I think that one got him. It got him, Mark.
Yeah.
I did go to one of his bowling nights, and it was goddamn torture. Sitting there wasn't enough pitchers of beer to keep me entertained, and it was kind of some of the goofiest guys there. They were super nice and everything, but every time somebody got a strike, they had naked lady playing cards and they're cheering. Woo, you get to pull out the naked lady playing
they had them
like,
too.
Are you kidding me? Like, this is so gay. I don't even want to sit through this. And I just kept chugging beers until it was over with. I think they had a blind guy. There was a blind guy.
Yeah, he had a CNI dog.
I was like, how the fuck's this guy bowling? He's blind.
I think he almost threw a 300 one night, too. I was like, what the fuck?
Must have really good muscle memory.
Something.
Did he almost throw a 300, or did they just tell him he almost threw a 300?
Well, you're doing great, man.
So he walks in behind him with a sound clip of freaking the pins all getting knocked down.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, you got him.
Another strike. Yeah, just mark him down. Aaron, what do you average bowling?
Oh, I don't bowl. I
probably
used
his
to,
car
but
number.
It was just, yeah, that would be a good game.
He needs the bumpers to get anything close to Terry's car number.
Well, it used to be any sport where you could drink and smoke was the sport for me, but now you got to go outside to smoke, so it's not worth my time.
Well, you go outside to smoke during your racing too.
Not during, although you would think I do.
Yeah. When you're waiting on that speeding penalty to get served.
Yeah. I've only had Atlanta this season where I've sped 3 times, but
yeah, those are always fun races. Yeah.
Yep, on pit road. That's about the only place.
Yeah.
Dalton, have you ever had one of those like what the fuck moments where you did something like that? You sped or anything recent where you're like, are you fucking kidding me? I just did that.
Yeah, Rockingham. I was safe to say I was a little pissed.
Well.
Yeah, it was I think the last pit stop too that I sped on, and I was like, God, son of a bitch. So I didn't think I was even that far over the limit, and it just said, "Nope, you're speeding." And sit in your pit box for 40 seconds, you dumbass.
Yeah, it's weird how some of the tracks, like you can, like if it's 40 miles an hour, you can hit 41, and then you're like, uh-oh, and then slow down a little bit. But other ones, you just crack it a little bit above it, and they're like, nope, fuck you, you're done.
Yeah, and the worst part was it was on exit 2, so I think I got on the gas just a little bit early, trying to get as much as I could out of the pits, and just right on pit exit, it said, "Oh, you're speeding. Oh, you exited the pits with a speeding penalty. Here's an extra penalty."
Yeah, that sucks because then you gotta spin her back around and bring it in.
That's usually how I get mine, because I practice getting on pit road over and over and over again. But when I'm practicing, I'm usually up at the front because I'm one of the first ones in the practice. But when I'm in the actual race, I'm usually all the way to the back, so I forget you've got to go all the way to the end of pit road. And
I
that's
think this
usually
was Derek's thing.
Yeah,
where he took out the field.
I didn't want to interrupt Amanda. I was like, "Oh, there it is."
I saw that. Yeah.
Cue the BPL Jackass video.
That was the one where we had 2 Talladega races, wasn't it? That it was set up wrong.
It was gonna turn nighttime within about 20 laps of Derek saying, "You know what? Fuck the field."
Yep, like Milwaukee.
Yeah, that was. Didn't we think that had lights, or were there just so many cautions during Milwaukee that it just said,
so
"You know
many
what? Fuck
cautions,
your race."
I think. And then wasn't a bunch of people asking, "Are there lights here? Because we're gonna go a little too long."
I think we had a
Yeah.
couple people asking.
Yeah, because when we watched the broadcast, Chris and Rick were like, "Oh, we should be able to get this in before it gets dark." And then as you got a little further along, it was like, "Nah, this isn't gonna happen."
Well, the cautions didn't help, but we run 2x on the time, so that hurt too on that particular night. It got dark quick though when it did get dark.
Yeah, it did. Well, then after they called the race, like I could see pretty good in my cockpit, but you know, because
That's about it.
Yeah, I'm in VR, but it was fun. Like I said, we should do Talladega at night. Separate the men from the kids.
They called the race, and everybody, you couldn't see anybody in my VR, and I tried to get as low down on the track as possible, and all of a sudden somebody hit me, and I had a 4X. I'm like, are you kidding me? There's another 4 points I just lost in the standings.
Yeah, freaking Talladega at night during last season's NASCAR in the fall Talladega, I think it was. It was either last season or the season prior, one of the two. It actually got to that point where it got dark, and it was just pedal down, hope they don't wreck in front of you, and if they do, you better hope they're in the fence. You don't know if you're
the same way as when it's daylight.
Yes.
but you don't know if you're above the yellow line, below the yellow line. You don't know if you're right behind the field. You don't know. You could be 2 inches from the wall, and you'd be like, "Oh, everything's fine. I'm right on the bottom."
Especially with their new smoke that they have out now, Talladega. I think it's our first super speedway we've been to with the new smoke thing, where there's a ton more smoke. So that should make it even more fun.
Yeah.
Be like,
good luck
full
being
trickle
in the
out there.
Don't hit everything but pace car.
Yeah, just hammer down through the smoke.
Get through it, Harry.
Hopefully we're running 1 and 2 at that point, Corey.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Just go to the front.
We'll plan on hanging out at the back, and then Corey's like, I'm out of here.
Yep, see ya.
Well, Dak, here's the deal. I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence.
What did Terry do at Martinsville? Why am I blanking?
I don't know what Mark's talking about there.
Did he have wrecked all over the place or something?
That's every track.
That was Atlanta.
He just said it the other night. He's not done yet.
Yeah, it was after the Rockingham race when me and Aaron were behind him. We saw him start smacking the wall. Me and Aaron both yelled that out in team speak.
Oh, he's not doing you. Here he goes, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Watch out for Terry Foster.
Well, Terry, when they was, I think I mentioned it last week, they was talking about him getting lapped at Rockingham. And they're like, and there's Terry Foster going a lap down. And I thought, and he ain't done yet.
Yeah.
Cue that like 4 more times in this run. Didn't he have like engine damage or something? Or was he just on really old tires?
No,
He had engine damage. Kept telling him he was overheating. And so he had to run slower to keep the motor from blowing. I think didn't that happen to you, Amanda, also?
Yeah, him and I were in the same boat there, and Terry was holding on for a bit at a time, and it seemed like every time I got up near him, he would say, I'm getting ready, because I'd say, I'm going to go down low, and he'd say, that's all right, I'm starting to overheat, so I'm going to let off a little bit. So he would get a little bit going, and then his crew chief would give him a warning, and he'd have to slow down, and I was in a similar boat. I just couldn't. She was screaming at me the entire time, and I couldn't break the high 25s even on brand new
Jack,
tires.
here's the deal. I'm the best there is.
Not me. I just hammered that bitch down to blue.
Yeah, that is one of the worst things to hear, is when you're like, well, my race is over. Seeing that, would you have 30 minutes of required repairs?
Yeah, once it blew, I couldn't even make it into my pit stall. Luckily, it happened on turn 3 where I could limp it onto pit road, but it stopped right at the pit road entrance. I had to tow from the pit road entrance.
Yeah, I'd never like to hear that. So, like, I did not really feel like finishing the race because I knew I just was not keeping up with everybody, and I was getting lapped over and over again. But I'm not going to disconnect. But at the same time, it was complete fucking torture. And I'm like, will this race end, or will my engine please goddamn blow? Come on, something.
Yeah, we're...
Go ahead.
Oh, good. No, good.
You guys are like on an awkward date together when you interact.
Yeah, that's why they got the candles in front of them.
Fuck off, Corey.
Blow those candles out.
Because next week we're at Talladega next week, and then where do we go?
Gateway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's Talladega, Gateway, Twin Ring, and Charlotte.
Yeah. Well, like, we just noticed that... Oh, no, because we have the All-Star race in there, too. The All-Star race is June 6th, because we were looking at the schedule we were talking about before the show. We're like, will we race twice in June? But it ends up there's June 6th, we have our All-Star race.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what track they put us at.
Is it Tim choosing the track, or how are they doing it? Do you know?
I do not know.
Well, you should. You're an admin.
Well, damn it.
It's not his department.
So is Terry. What's his excuse?
Terry's excuse is always, that's not my department.
Yeah, Terry's like a part-time admin.
well, also they don't really tell me too much about how that's gonna go.
They don't tell anybody too much.
Yeah, that's how they know word won't spread. If they don't tell anybody, it's not gonna get out.
Yeah, we figured out Father's Day that, we're off Father's Day, and then the end of May, we have Memorial Day. I think that's when the end of May is.
Yeah, because that's the Monday night we're supposed to get Mark in here.
What's up, John Perkins?
What was the question? Oh, who picks the All-Star race, Mark? Is that Tim? Everybody's waiting.
Yeah.
I was reading.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm excited to see what Tim's gonna pick.
Is that one of the ones where we learn it like an hour before the practice starts or something?
Or I think we're probably gonna end up learning it when the session goes up. We'll be like, oh, that track.
Sweet.
Here we go.
Rick
Do I even have this track?
Yeah. Do I gotta buy this?
Rick did send me an invite to his league a while back, but at the time when I was still a sales rep for JFS, I was getting up at 4:30 in the morning on Wednesdays, so that wasn't going to happen then. But now I would definitely consider it. But when I was getting up at 4:30 doing 12 hours on the road, that was not something I was interested in doing at the time.
Yeah, we need more drivers.
Yeah,
there were what, like 12 of us or something at this past race.
Yeah, I joined Rick's league. I was supposed to be there last Wednesday. So hopefully I'm going to make it this Wednesday. I got a butt kicker last week and had it hooked up and had absolutely no sound. I don't know what I did, but Corey ended up helping me get it straightened out. And I told
I'm
Rick
a butt
I'll be
kicker
there.
expert now.
Right. But I told Rick I'll be there, but I'll have to probably leave before the race is over just with my work schedule, but come in there and run for a while.
That was the other thing too. I was getting a little nervous about the idea of learning the tracks just for Blazing Pedals, and I'm not sure if they're on the same schedule or anything, but I was like, shit, I don't want to have to learn 2 tracks in 1 week and then just be subpar, even worse than I already am in Blazing Pedals. So I didn't want to try focusing on 2 tracks in the same week.
It's all good, Mark. Well, yeah, but even if you just learn one of the 2, you're ahead of Terry.
Yeah. At least you're showing up.
Yeah, I'll always show up unless I'm deathly ill or something, and try my best and not disconnect because, you know what, I want to make sure I finish as many races as possible.
Points racing, everybody.
Yep,
Pretty
exactly.
much.
We've all been there where you get that 30-minute repair and come back out and just turn laps. And
Well, hopefully I don't get the 30-minute repair. I already get pissed off enough when I have like 2 or 3 minutes. Like the other night, I had, 2.5 minutes, and that enough was just pissing me off.
yeah, it sucks going out there and just turning laps, but then people will get wrecked or connect or something. So it's every point counts at the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what happened to me at Iowa there when I got crashed out and came back in, and then everybody crashed out and quit. I was 30th and made it up to 20th by the end of the race.
Hey, it's 10 spots.
Yeah.
It's like that race. What race was it where I kept getting the lucky dog over and over again? I'm like, I don't give a shit how I get it. I'll take 5 lucky dogs in a row. I'm fine with that.
Lucas Oil.
Yeah, I like that. It was kind of a fun game at the end. Guess who got the lucky dog again?
Yeah, the only race I really got out of was Daytona because I hate being super slow on super speedways, especially when you got to stay up by the wall and they're flying by you and you're only doing 160.
And you got Aaron going, I'm so fast!
Yeah.
Yep, get the hell out of the way, you slow fucker.
I'm going to the front.
Yep.
You're either first or you're last.
Usually last.
I know that one Daytona you definitely should have won it. We were in a prime position, then McRae took us out.
Yep.
Yeah, that was fun.
Like I said,
go ahead.
No, I was going to say, like I said, I know Mark's always saying that it's not racing, but I like super speedways.
I like them a lot.
Yeah, I do too. It's just, it's a different kind of racing where you gotta basically plan your moves. It's almost kind of like a chess match where you gotta plan it like 3 moves ahead. We're like, okay, if I get ahead of the pack a little bit there, I'm gonna jump up and that'll push me up farther, and that's what I like about it a lot. Plus, nobody's really faster than everybody else. It's just being pushed and pushing.
Well, that's what I like about them too, is everybody has to work together, whether you like each other or not. If you come out of the pits wrong or you get, separated from your teammates, you could lock up with just about anybody and you're forced to work together with people that you don't normally work together with, I guess is the way I look at it.
Yeah, like that sweet move I put on Dalton to win that stage at Daytona last year in the ARCA cars.
And Dalton's not really saving fuel either.
I'm full throttle.
Yeah.
Unless I'm at the back of the pack.
Yeah, I usually like to hang out like right off the mid pack a little bit, just keep their draft, see what happens, and then closer to the end, if I'm still around, that's when you start making your moves. But I like to watch and be able to react. I don't like the bottom lane at super speedways. I like the middle lane because I feel like you got more room where you can maneuver if something happens. Compared to the bottom lane, you're basically stuck there if somebody's above you.
Yeah, that's my opinion exactly. I'd rather, if the field is wrecking in front of me, I'd rather be in the middle and have a way to either turn left or turn right. Because obviously slamming the brakes, would slow you down enough to where you could actually get onto the apron, but it's, at that point, it's almost too late to be able to make the turn down there once you finally do get slowed down enough.
Oh, you got the 86 car pushing the 3.
The second Talladega race last season with Blazing, well, technically I guess it'd be the third since we ran 2 in the spring, but that second one in the fall, I had a blast because I was trying to get every point I could. In that second stage, I was cutting everybody off. I jumped up there in front of Dalton, and I think it was Blake running the outside lane, trying to get every point that second stage. I had fun in that.
And then here comes the 41 saying, fuck your race.
I was on the last lap, which, like I said, I totally understand. But that race at Talladega, that second stage, and probably the last 10 laps of Kansas last season was probably some of the most fun I had.
Well, Doug, we know the reason for Kansas. Because you were hounding my ass on fresh tires.
That was funny as hell.
Made me overdrive the car, but luckily somehow caught Blake from however far back we were. Didn't think it was going to happen.
You're helping him out.
Yeah.
He was pushing me along in the draft without trying.
Oh, that last lap, if he'd have got close to winning, I would have just bumped him then.
Was almost there. But almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, so.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad you made it on tonight. I've mentioned it before. I like getting to know everybody a little bit more. It gives me a comfort level of being able to chit chat and just know people's personalities and everything. It makes me not as nervous once I get to know people and, crack a few jokes with them and everything. So I'm glad you were able to make it on tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's fun. It's always a good show every week.
We try. Sometimes it gets a little silly.
It's better than what Sam and I tried to do a little bit ago.
What was that?
We tried to do something similar to this, but we only did one episode and it never went anywhere past that.
This is definitely fun. The comments are always very entertaining, but it is nice. Aaron jokes around like we're going to talk about racing at all, but we talk about racing and everything. And but again, it's about, like the way Mark says, it's being a family and people getting to know each other and knowing where we can kind of push with the jokes and everything. But also, like, I see when people get really interested when you start talking about your equipment and everything. I'm learning just from that stuff. I had no idea what the hell was going on with all this equipment, and as you guys talk about it, it helps me learn more. So even like the little things like that, people find very entertaining, and it's nice to hear you guys talking about that stuff.
Yeah, especially like the paints too, having Michael Falk on explain how he does the paints and all that. Shout out to MF Racing Designs. Go check him out on Facebook.
One of the best painters for Iracing.
Oh yeah. Besides, who does that 44 paint job?
That's right.
That's what makes him so fast.
You're running a new paint this week, aren't you, Corey?
Yeah, I'm running my chrome and orange number 3 car. I gotta figure out. I gotta figure out how to upload my spec map. I haven't messed with that yet. All right, Aaron. So last year's Charlotte race.
We already covered that a little bit.
Yeah. So
let's talk about it more.
Did you guys plan on doing a bumper to bumper burnout since Dalton won the championship? You let him win the championship? Because basically, Dalton, your championship was in Aaron's hands at that point.
Yes, it was. It was 100% in his hands.
Yeah, Dalton, I'm telling you, you weren't winning that championship. Was the original plan. No, we didn't plan that. What was it? Blake that said that?
I think it was either Blake or Taylor. It was probably Blake. Said, you guys have to do nose to nose burnouts. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, it's amazing that ended up that way. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm glad you won the championship, Dalton, and everybody. I hope everybody knows Dalton. No, Dalton and I don't have a problem, but it's like we've talked that once you strap on that VR, you go into a whole different reality, and at that point, it's like screw that 41, you know. But off the track, I don't have any problem with Dalton, you know.
Yeah, and same can be mostly same can
Dalton's
be said.
like, fuck you, Aaron.
No, that's not what I'm getting at. That is not what I'm getting at. I'm
He's stuttering through that.
I'm not saying that
No
I
matter what I
like
say,
you,
it's
but
there's some people I hate more than you.
he ripped all his sleeves off.
I saw that.
So much anger, he just flexed up and all the sleeves came off.
He Hulk Hogan'd it.
No,
Gripping the wheel so hard trying to get to me.
I mean, it's the same thing with everybody else. If you get involved in somebody does something stupid, you get involved in it, you're pissed off at that point beyond belief, and then, you know, they'll say, oh, sorry, in Discord, you're like, I'm cooled off now. I'm like, it doesn't matter. It's, at the end of the day, it is a video game simulation, whatever you want to call it, but like you said, everybody here in Blazing Pedals, we're all basically family, and, you know, you get pissed off at people, but you're not pissed off at them off the track, usually.
Yeah, but 2 minutes after it happens, you don't want to.
Oh yeah, you fucking hate them.
Yeah, 2 minutes later, you're like, okay, I've calmed down. It's no big
Fuck
deal.
this
You're laughing
bitch.
about it.
We were still in the session.
Yeah, I'm gonna crash him every fucking race the rest of the season. Talking to you, Derek Paulson. Talking to you, number 6, Derek Paulson. We're having Derek on next week, so hopefully he doesn't crash the whole field like he usually does.
Yeah, that'd be one hell of a talking point. Be like, so Derek, you did it again.
So Derek, I couldn't race Talladega because you crashed everybody. How do you feel your race went?
Got parked by NASCAR. Said, nope, you ain't turning laps.
Mortal Kombat fight.
We gotta get like custom outfits for our fighters.
Oh yeah, little fire suits on them.
That's funny.
Do some really bad Photoshop where our faces just constantly stare at the person playing the game.
Oh yeah, I know how to do After Effects with that. It's funny.
By the way, don't watch the new Mortal Kombat. We watched it a couple.
What are you talking about?
weeks
It's
ago.
awesome.
It was awful. I mean, who was that? Kano? Who the hell was that one?
Yeah, Kano's funny as hell in that.
The best one in the entire movie. The rest of the movie was garbage.
How was Shredder in that, Amanda?
Yeah. Amanda doesn't even know who's in Mortal Kombat. She's like, I thought Shredder was in this. I'm like, that's Ninja Turtles. What are you talking about?
I don't know. I want to watch like a zombie movie or something. I don't want to watch this queer shit. I sat through it though. I was good, but I heckled them the entire time.
So Aaron, what's going to be our strategy for Talladega? We just going to plan something cool and then me and you just go to the front?
It doesn't matter, Corey. As soon as the green flag
Yeah.
flies, you do your own thing.
It goes out the window.
You do too. Don't try to fucking call me out on it, mister. Oh, we're pitting now? Okay, I'm staying out.
It's going to be like poetic justice if on the last lap you turn me coming out of turn 4.
No, what's going to happen is I'm going to push Aaron and then I'm going to spin that motherfucker right before the end because he stole a win for me at Talladega on my birthday.
Daytona.
Oh, Daytona. Okay, it's the same thing. It's Super Speedway. You still stole a win from me on my birthday. You didn't let me win because I doored you up in the wall.
Yeah, in all seriousness, you can't have a strategy. You get, as soon as that green flag flies, depending on where everybody qualifies, it's hard to hook up.
I was going to say, it comes down to qualifying because usually you and Corey are towards the front and then me and Terry are towards the back, and it's just the way it is.
Yeah, I think we should try that this time. Just no strategy. If we're together at the end, we'll figure something out then.
Pretty much. Like I said, I'll lock up with anybody that's around me that I feel comfortable with, and it's usually the same 4 or 5 guys, and then just kind of stay in line and hope for the best.
The strategy really is to drop to the back and run with whoever Dalton and his group is, and just pit with them and everything.
Yeah, just get on Dalton's pit strategy. He's good at
Yeah.
pitting.
That's actually a good point. I think I'm just gonna start watching the 41, going, "Oh fuck, Dalton's going in the pits," and hurry up and get in.
Oh yeah, so let's talk about that, Dalton, Mr. Save Fuel.
Alright.
So how did
Here we go.
How did you come about saving all this fuel all the time? Is Mark giving you those special setups again?
You would think so. No, I'm.
Do you have the 18-gallon tank of gas?
That would make more sense, but no, I'm just like at this point it's becoming a one-trick thing. You know, that's about the only thing I'm good for. Like I don't know what race I started doing it or why I really started to do it. I think I knew it'd be close, but like once I learned how to kind of do it, it became just easier to feel like I could fall back on that. And I don't know why I always go towards that as like what I try to do. It's just it's what I try to do.
So do you like calculate it out before the race, like how many pit stops it's going to be, and work from there, or work backwards from it?
I use sim racing apps, and the fuel gauge on sim racing apps tells you how many stops you need at like a certain point.
Yep.
And then depending on how many laps each little run is, I kind of figure out exactly like if we could do it on 1 stop, if we could do it on 2 or whatever. I really kind of do that on the fly. And again, that's part of why it bites me in the ass so much, because I don't think about it. And then by the time I start executing it, it's too late to go back and try and change it.
Yeah.
So I kind of dig myself a hole that I can't really get myself back out of.
I don't know how you do it because I don't remember what track it was. Corey, it was 2 or 3 races ago where you had to push me across the finish line, but I
think it was Iowa.
I think I had 5 or 6 laps left, and I said to Aaron, I'm like, we pitted the same lap. Like, what do I do? It's telling me I'm running out because we have one of those Iracing apps too, and it was telling me I was running out. And I'm like, well, fuck. And I'm like, I don't want to pit because then I'm going to go down another lap or 2. So I started clutching going into the corners. I'm like, ah, shit, I think that's what Dalton does. And the boys have told me about it during practice. So I started doing that, and it was awful trying to remember to do that, but to make sure I got back into the gas because I saw them coming behind me. But I knew I had like 6 or 7 seconds before the guy that was behind me next in line. And I ran out just before, I think, on turn 3 and made it across. And Corey had to push me off the track. But trying to remember to clutch and keep going and keep an eye on the relative box and make sure nobody was around me, it was just absolute chaos. I did not like it.
Yeah, I think Texas was the main race that was really like, you know, out in the open, like everybody could see it happening. It's like, oh, he might actually, you know, not shoot himself in the foot by trying this. The really the most difficult part about it is most of the time or at least what I do or how I do it, I'm just driving with one hand a majority of the time. I just have my left hand on the wheel, and I've got my right hand on my button box, which is down on my side, and I'm like flipping the ignition off and throwing the clutch in, going into the corners. I normally do it probably like 5 or 6 car lengths at least ahead of where I would normally be letting off the gas, or maybe like a braking point or something like that. And that's how I get the car actually slowed down enough to make the corner and not really lose too much speed.
See, that's what I was worried about was because I used the actual clutch pedal and the brake, and I was like, oh, I don't really know if I'm supposed to be braking and then clutching or vice versa. I don't really know where to start doing this, so I just kind of winged it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So did you learn the driving one-handed from Taylor, or?
No. That's he has a different reason for driving one-handed.
Oh, okay.
It's mainly when he's around a certain red car on the track.
Yeah, where is TBB?
He's got to go up and block his camera or something like that.
Yeah.
Or whatever he does stream.
Yeah, but in all seriousness, you're usually saving fuel pretty early, aren't you?
Yeah, and that's part of the shooting myself in the foot. Because if I know before like one of those long runs, like at Rockingham, I think it was borderline making it. On just doing, I think, one stop. It was either one or two stops. I think one. But if I know it's going to be borderline, I start really early. But if I know it's going to be, if I've got like a decent window already, I'll probably just do whatever normal pace is for a good chunk of the run. And then maybe towards the end of it, try to save just a little bit once the tires are kind of wearing down, just to increase the fuel window. And that's really the main reason I try to do it, just to increase the fuel window to where if something happens, from the time we can make it to when I pit, I'm kind of increasing my chance. Like, let's say a caution comes out, if I haven't pit yet, I'm in a really good spot if I still have a set of tires left. Because if the entire field has already pit and somehow I'm the leader and a caution comes out, I think that actually happened at Texas at another BP race, I think last season, where it was just at the end of my fuel window and a caution came out and saved me and put me in a good position for the end of that race. But I mean I overthink everything, and that's part of it. And like I said, I more often than not shoot myself in the foot with it, so I wouldn't follow along with me anytime I try and do it.
I don't think about saving fuel until it's too late. I mean, I know it's something you got to start doing early, but I don't think about it at the time.
Yeah, I've got it down a little bit.
The sad part is he would probably do that even without the $100. Like any second now, you're probably gonna see him bust through the door and just
PM me
what'd you say to me?
PM me your PayPal and I'll send it right over.
I don't want to see a headlock.
And he's probably gonna come in here and do it.
I was wondering if he'd do it in trade for shirts or something.
Yeah, we need it at the end of a race though.
He needs the Bockover special shirts.
We can make that happen.
Funny. He is very funny. He's a funny guy.
Yeah, I try to follow in his footsteps, but I fail most of the time.
You better get up and push that little dresser in front of the door or something.
Oh, well, he could knock that over.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's gonna knock that over.
It looks like a nightstand.
That's exactly what it is. It's a nightstand.
Yeah, you can kick those over easy.
That or he'd blow the freaking door in with a shotgun or something like that.
No, but again, I like chats like this. I'm taking a little bit of what you say versus what other people say. Mark's chiming in with a little bit of tips about saving fuel and how to brake and everything. Like, people think I'm just kind of zoning off, drinking beer, smoking cigarettes, but I'm listening. I'm kind of letting this stuff sink in. So when I jump into practice and stuff, because that's what I said to Corey a couple of weeks ago. I go, I just stopped speeding on pit road recently. I have no idea how to gauge when to pit other than when my app tells me, oh shit, I got 2 laps left of gas. And that's pretty much what I go off of. So just listening to this stuff helps.
Yeah, Mark, that did happen. I think somebody
let's hear that
on
story.
Stream. Yeah, it was one of the first streams I was doing. And I don't believe I had a webcam at the time. Actually, I didn't have a webcam at the time. But they were like, because I wasn't really paying attention to my stream chat, they were like, go in his room and say something. Because this was like during a long run, and I just hear a bang on the door, and he runs in. She's like, hey, stop it. Stop jacking off. Just on stream. And I'm just like, really? You see I'm in the middle of something.
Hey, you should invite your dad and say hi.
He's probably going to come in here anyway.
Yeah. Come on, Dalton's dad, hop in there. We want to talk to you too.
Oh, like definitely do it, because we were sitting there yesterday with Corey's dad talking about what are we gonna do for shop talk when we're down in Daytona, and it's like, oh, well, how about we just do a drunken shop talk with Corey's dad?
Because that's
while we're
different from any other one.
We'll bring in Daddy Sherman and sit there and do a drunken shop talk down from Orlando.
Yeah, we're gonna do it on their back deck. I gotta buy a new laptop for that though. Aaron, buy me a new laptop.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
He got upset when he had to buy $15 gloves yesterday.
Yeah, I'll send you the link. Just buy it and then send it to me.
$15 freaking dollars. What are you talking about? That's too damn much.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't the $15. It was on top of the $1,200 wheel, and it's like Jesus.
Oh,
When
yeah,
does this stop?
Well, I didn't tell you to buy a butt kicker. I don't know why you bought that. Yeah, butt kicker. I made you buy a webcam and a green screen.
Every time I turn around, you're sending me something.
Yeah, this season's costing Bockover a lot of money.
Even if I got the top spot,
410s.
I was going to say even if I won the top spot, that didn't even make a dent into what I've spent.
Yeah, I know. You got to win, what, 10 years in a row?
Worst part is I'm buying all this stuff, so that means I actually have to go to work.
He just like buying sleeves.
I buy the sleeves, Mark. I just cut them off and use them as shop towels. Help save money somewhere.
Man, you got really good at cutting those sleeves off. Mine were all stringy and stuff when I tried to cut mine off.
He's a professional at it.
I see that.
Do you have the first time?
Do you have like a sleeve cutting machine that you bought?
Yeah.
It's like a mold. He just has, or one of those paper cutters. He just lays the shirt out on it and just goes.
Yep.
With the freaking blades, and it's done.
That's funny.
Well, it's nice to see your name on the banner for the third week in a row because we didn't have a race. I wonder who's going to get it this week at Talladega. I am looking forward to that. I can't wait to race Talladega. Hopefully, there's not a big one that takes us all out, but
yeah, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Derek, stay out of the pack.
Yeah.
Well, the last couple races at super speedways, I think the guys are starting to learn, and there's communication. Hey, I'm just riding. You know, the keys to get there to the last 15 laps. You know, if you're not there, you don't have a chance.
Yeah.
Well, the big ones just try to make it to the final stage.
Right.
And that's part of the reason why I like to personally go ride in the back at just about every super speedway race we do. I mean, that's why half the time, if I'm even up front towards the end, I haven't led many laps. Huh?
What?
Master auto. I think that's an autocorrect moment. I think he was trying to say something else.
Oh,
yeah.
There we go.
That's what I figured he was going to say.
Gotcha.
But no, it's I mean, riding in the back, for me, I got a good view of what's in front of me, and I can at least, react if the fuel wrecks. Oh, there he is.
Oh, what's that, drill he took to the door?
No, it's his fist. He just freaking
say hello, come in.
Housekeeping.
Yeah, fresh towels.
There's no one here.
Yeah, but like Corey said, man, you get the big one now with that new smoke model. You're not going to know where to go.
Yeah, and you better hope nobody runs in the back of it when you're trying to slow down for it.
Yep.
Arca Break Weekly. I haven't watched those lately. I gotta start watching those again. Those videos are great.
Yeah, those are funny. Just seeing the people just constantly just fire shots back and forth and just not give a crap.
Well, the best part of when he showed them to me, I was still running the officials, so it was I freaked out because I was living it every day trying to get up in class so I could join with you guys. I'm like, it's not funny because I just went through that 20 minutes ago.
No.
Yeah, just walking in a steady way. He's like, "What are you doing in here, boy?"
Are you getting worried because he's getting
Yeah.
you see the look in Dalton's eyes like, shit, come on, Mark, shut up.
Obviously, he's watching it, so he's definitely getting ideas now.
He's probably had these ideas. He's just waiting on somebody to give him a better reason to actually go through it.
Just do it.
Do your drawers with an open bathrobe and like the like Uncle Eddie.
Or just like the ones with the elephant with the trunk in the front.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You better make sure he has one of the trapper hats on.
I'm waiting. We're gonna sit here all night long till it happens.
Yep.
No.
He knows now he's getting pushed to it.
I gotta go potty, Aaron.
Didn't we tell him to go before the stream started?
Yeah, and he did, I think.
Right when I was going, I was like, "Hey, are you sure you don't want to go?"
Yeah, he has a smaller bladder than I do.
I don't know how he makes it through a race.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
Does he wear the Benz or something during the
I
race?
was nervous about it being the girl. I'm like, shit, am I gonna make it through the race? Because I usually
Man
chug a
diaper.
Red Bull, but I don't really know what happens because I can't hear anything outside my headset. So I said to him, I'm like, you better not have a goddamn bottle next to you when we get out of this VR.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Quiet, he's coming back.
Don't let him
only for 5 minutes, and then he'll be gone again. He'll have to take another potty break in 5 minutes.
Quit talking about me, assholes.
And you gotta ride clear to Florida with him? Screw that.
We're flying to Florida.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
First class.
From 3 times on the plane from Rochester to Florida.
Oh, I don't pee on planes. Those bathrooms are way too small. Oh, there he is. There's the guy that wrecks the whole field.
Derek. Man of the hour over here.
Yeah, Derek, we've been talking so much shit about you. Thanks for joining us.
Finally. The summoning of the Polson has worked.
I do have to go use the little girl's room, but I'm afraid that your dad's going to come in while I'm gone, so I'd rather sit here and suffer and make sure I don't miss it.
Where the fuck's
so pissed?
Where the fuck's TBB at? Why isn't he joining us?
Sitting there quietly.
Yeah, watching with one hand again.
He's looking right at the Xfinity Series logo.
With one hand.
Yeah.
You'll wait, you promise?
He said he'll wait.
I will block my camera.
He's gotta get that robe on.
She's running now.
Yeah, so this has been a fun little shop talk.
Definitely.
Wish it sucks Terror Bear couldn't be here. Dalton, what logo?
Okay, you haven't been paying attention in the way that you normally pay attention, Mark. It's on Amanda's tank top. Right in the center.
Oh, Derek. Not sure where TBB is at tonight.
Yeah, he never misses a shop talk. I'm worried about him. Where is he?
He never misses a chance to see Amanda outside of the race.
Yeah. Like Mark said, he's going to fall back and just push her the whole time. Talladega.
He'll watch us back and be like, oh, really?
I'll recap, Derek. We're just talking about you wrecking the whole field at Talladega. And then you got to come on Shop Talk on Monday.
Oh, yeah, Derek's on next Monday, isn't he?
Yep.
You'll see when she gets back, Mark. You'll see the logo.
Then we got to find somebody else to come on the week after. And then I think Mark's coming on Memorial Day weekend. Because he'll be off that Monday. Is that right, Mark? You can come on then?
Yeah, because we need a night. Because
that'll be
on forever.
That'll be the 31st.
Yeah.
That
I
logo.
should be off that work that night too.
Maybe
Because we don't race that weekend, right?
No, we don't race that weekend. Maybe Terry will be off that day too.
Yeah, he should be.
Oh.
He'll still have to go to work the next day, probably.
Get some damn X-ray glasses that see through shirt or some shit like that.
I see boobs, no logo. All right, Dalton said she's back. Let's see it.
No.
We're trying to find Dalton's dad to bust in with his robe and tidy whities on.
I think he's talking about for that weekend we don't have anybody.
Oh. Well, your dad already blew us off once, Ian. Oh.
I was gonna say, I hope his dad comes in with one of those like Nerf bats or something.
Just starts hitting him with it. We're like, what the fuck?
I'm just getting beat to a bloody pulp.
I don't know why I just pictured that. Him getting a Nerf bat and he just shit at you.
See, I was picturing him with a real bat, but okay.
Okay.
He wouldn't need a bat. He would just come in and just start punching me.
Comes running in with a plastic bag, throws it over your head, like, what the fuck?
I gotta get one.
Line.
I gotta get one of those standby screens that goes. I'll be like, oh shit, we can't show this.
This is domestic abuse.
Derek's next week. Just where you're ever comfortable with.
I hope they're Aaron Bockover boxers.
No.
Where did you get
Is
those?
that who ordered those off the website? I've only sold one pair.
Oh god.
Yeah, Mark, we got Derek next week, and then we gotta find somebody for the week after. Then, if you want to come on the 31st, we'd love to have you. That'll be a long episode.
Oh, that's Memorial Day.
Right.
That'll be a fun long day
Ooh.
of drinking in the sun.
Yeah.
And drinking during Shop Talk.
I gotta get everything set up before we start. Probably set it up in the morning so I can just roll in here and just, okay, let's go.
Yep, those are a thing, Rick.
Rick, did you get your shirt? Yeah. Hopefully we don't get kicked off. Yeah, just stand behind Dalton. So we don't get kicked off live.
Just casually show me getting scarred for life.
Yeah, just stand behind him.
I'll have to turn my damn camera off. Otherwise, this whole thing going down.
Yeah, no problem, Rick. Glad got that out to you. I did some shirts for Chris's team too, and sent those out to him. I think those went out today?
Yep, today.
Yeah, those and Sam's hoodie went out today, and then just gotta wait to send Mr. Bockover stuff out.
His custom merch. One of a kind.
Yeah, that printer does that printer does that turtle fucking awesome on it. It almost looks like the vinyl on it, the way it's printed on there, and I'm glad with the way it came out. Basically, the shirt I made has the turtle in the front, and then I saw something. I saw the door open a little bit. He's got a taser? Yes.
Yep. He has a taser. That's just one of his many gadgets that he likes to.
I will die if he
I just want to see him come up and put it against you, but not shock you, but just scare the shit out of you. Because I know if I did that to me, I'm like, what the fuck? No! I would run like a little bitch, I'm not gonna lie.
I have nowhere to run. My room is tiny. I have nowhere to run.
just see her legs sticking off of the bed screaming.
Dad, stop!
Don't die!
Oh,
Pull your
God.
shirt over you like a hockey fight.
The gloves are off now.
Don't mention gloves. Those were $15.
Yeah, broke the bank at the Bockover house. His dog
there.
can't eat.
He's gonna be like, instead of giving me attention, it's like, give me food.
Aaron's been walking his dog to the Chinese dumpster because he had to buy an Aki for his wheel and $15 gloves. She's got to eat.
And hopefully for my sake, no. But I can't control anything outside of what I do. And there's no way I can like effectively lock my door because even if I do lock my door, he's getting in my door.
That's just gonna enrage him even more. He'll just take it down.
He'll
Yeah.
unscrew the hinges and say, you know what, you won't have a door.
He starts drilling the hinges off.
Amy won't.
I don't take a sledgehammer to and just break
She
my door
will,
down.
Mark.
He's just not paying for it.
That's funny.
Yeah. Thanks for everybody being in chat. Dalton's dad, Rick, Mark. Saw John Perkins was in earlier.
Ian out there.
Yeah, Ian, Derek. I think I hit everybody. I don't know if I can scroll. Yeah, I can scroll.
Michael was in. Sam.
Oh, Michael was in? I didn't even
Well,
see him.
he liked it. I didn't see him hop.
Yeah.
I can't stop staring at the door. I'm just like sitting here waiting.
I'm not even gonna lie. Just up here, I have a picture frame, and as a reflection to where I can see my door just a little bit. If I hear anything behind me and I look up and see the door open, you're just gonna see me just
Making sure the handle's not slowly turning.
I wouldn't see it because it's a circular handle.
Oh God, Mark.
Oh jeez. Oh, that's gonna be a fucking. That's gonna be like a 3-hour episode with Mark. Just all the fucking jokes.
I may be busy that day. I don't know.
I don't think you are. You said you were off
You're gonna
already.
pull Terry on him. You're gonna pull a Terry on Mark.
Yep.
Come on, Bach.
I'm surprised Terry didn't even jump in chat.
I'll just use the same excuse Terry did. He had to work.
You already said you're off.
Overtime, you know.
Yeah. Gotta make that money. Oh, yeah, that'd be the story of the year if somebody pushed Fred to the win at Talladega.
Fred Amanda 1-2.
Oh yeah.
I would wreck
Fuck
the
that, yeah,
shit out of
Fred. Yeah, she'd wreck the shit out of Fred. Fred ain't winning.
Yeah, most of you guys would be like, I'm like, oh, no, fuck that. I'm taking it from Fred if I could.
Fuck second place. Checkers or wreckers, baby.
You know what they say? Second place is the first loser.
Indeed.
Yeah, I'll just produce your show for you, Mark.
Mark, do you drink, though? Or are you going to have cocktails with us that day?
Have you ever talked to Mark, Amanda?
Only in Discord during the races.
All you got to do is ask one question and sit back.
Ask him about politics.
No, just
Oh,
eat.
yeah?
Oh no, we ain't getting politics. I just love watching the races with him and Sam, just the commentary. Like they're like, why are you saying anything? I'm like, I just like to watch the races and listen to you guys talk during the races because I fucking just laugh my ass off the whole time.
White Claws or real drinks? He doesn't want to admit it's White Claws.
No, it takes a while.
I don't think
We got
Mark's
like a
a
10-second delay.
Mark looks like a
I think he's more
He
like
looks like a
in rum
natty
type of
ice guy.
Just like a Jack Daniels guy.
What are all those things?
Look
Are
like
they little chickens?
Oh, they're crickets.
Oh.
They'll come up on the thing. Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, fuck Biden.
On my phone, I see crickets on the chat on the screen. It looks like a little
No,
green
it's
chicken.
no, it's green crickets.
Ah.
We're waiting for a response. Why don't you bust in Dalton's room? Give us something to talk about.
Please don't. Like, I'm already pale. That's gonna make me go just full white.
I want to see that taser pop in again.
Like, see this door to my right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be darker than I will be.
Where's that, in your closet?
That actually is my closet, yes.
Yeah.
You're trying to run in there?
Yeah, you better
No,
have your escape route plan.
That's like 7-8 feet. I'm not gonna get into my closet.
Try to get under your bed as fast as possible.
It's fun to come out of the closet anyhow,
You out
Dalton.
with your feet.
I can't even get under my bed. I am too fat.
Just curl up in a ball on the floor. Just go dead weight. Complete
Play
dead
possum.
weight.
Yeah, you got me. Like, oh, what was it? Dinner with Smugs. Like, people don't punch dead things.
Quit speeding on pit road. Well, I'll try.
You should be saying that should be Aaron instead of Dalton.
Like I said, I'm getting better at that.
You are getting better at
You're
that.
my parents talking in the living room. I'm scared now.
You're moving around a lot more.
I'm ready in case something
Yeah,
happens.
you can't do that to him. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck with him.
I ain't gay, Mark. I ain't gay.
You guys are all brutal to each other about that stuff.
It's how guys are to each other. Oh shit!
there's Taylor.
TBB's here.
Fucking stop lurking finally.
We already mentioned that, Taylor. I
Um,
thought you were the one that
back
won
to the
at
entire
Talladega.
we got what 68 laps to go, Taylor, before you win the race.
Yeah, that was Marquise that did that, Dad. And he don't like this league anymore.
Marquise doesn't like the league anymore.
Well, he quit.
Oh, did he quit? I didn't hear
For like
that.
the fifth time.
Well, I
Did
saw
he?
he's quitting races. I didn't know he quit the league.
As far as I know, he quit the league.
I was going to say that's my understanding too.
Is it because he didn't like the league or because he was actually racing in real life? Because I thought I saw that on Facebook or heard that someplace.
No,
I'm
'cause
pretty
I
sure
saw-
he is pissed off with race control and all sorts of different things like the setups. But from my rage quit. But from my understanding, we were going. Let's see. He spent the whole show typing out one-handed. Yeah, he probably did. He was looking through the logo. But no, they were like, "Oh, this setup too tight. This setup too tight," and then made it loose as hell. He's like, "Oh, this setup too loose. Got no right rear." It's like, well, don't drive it so hard. It's like, man, it's bullshit.
Yeah, but everybody has the same setup. That's the thing. It's not.
Yeah, if
If
I'm
it-
not fucking crashing all over the place and I can run the setup with not even knowing what the hell I'm doing, like, come on.
Exactly, Mark. What logo? But no. And Mark was even trying to explain this to him, but he couldn't understand it. Freaking the reason he was making the changes to the setup was based off of feedback from people that were showing up and practicing and trying to make it a little bit easier to race for somebody that might not be in 100% perfect control of their car.
Not to get too into it, but when we first got into the fun races, I said to Corey, like, first race, second race, I think the third race, I'm like, what the fuck? What's his number? 19? I think it's
Yeah.
19. I was like, what the fuck's this number 19's problem? He's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, every fucking time I come out of pit road, he'd come low onto the apron, hit me, rammed into me twice off pit road, just different things just during practice. I was like, the fuck is this guy's problem? I didn't even know his name or who he was at the time, but I don't know if it was intentional or he was just practicing hard, but I kind of got frustrated. I don't know. I wasn't in love with that car for a while.
So what took you so long to get in here, TBB? You're busy?
I mean, Mark hit the nail on the head. He was typing that entire message with one hand.
He's been in here since the beginning, just typing with one hand.
Yeah.
Just constantly typing out a message and then holding down the backspace because his message wouldn't be relevant anymore.
It's like, shit, they don't talk about this. Super long nap. Well, thanks for joining us, buddy.
Too headstrong to learn? Eh. I kind of see what you're
No
getting
answer. I was gonna say no answer to that. Yeah.
He was like, yes.
So Taylor, you're looking forward to Talladega?
You guys are ridiculous.
I would think he's looking forward to Talladega since he won one of the last two that we did.
Yeah, Taylor's always really good at super speedways too. Seems to miss all the big stuff.
Maybe he took a piece of that golden horseshoe and put it in the car right next to his picture of Amanda. Yeah, a little more often than I need to be.
I wouldn't say there was anything that's red flag to me that you would have been hard-headed, but maybe that was in the beginning when you first started racing.
Well, you also haven't seen me like extremely pissed off at Mark. Like I've told him to go fuck himself multiple times.
Drive your own shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Drive your shit. Yeah, you wish. You fucking wish. Stuff like that.
But yeah, just from when we first started on that team together, you've definitely improved a lot in the racing and all that. And you got your first run was at Indy, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, and then you just started exploding from there.
Well, again, I mean, most of I think I won one race in the trucks, and I think that was at Kansas on tire strategy. But that was like the only win or something in trucks that I had. And then when we switched to the ARCA cars, like I said earlier, that was really just I just got lucky for the first half of the season. I mean, even if we went back and looked at the stats, wasn't really doing as good as I had been towards the start of the season, because everybody started getting used to the car, guys were getting faster, strategies weren't working, or people were on the same strategy and they're like, oh, we're not letting him do that again.
What do you think about the Xfinity car switching to that this year?
Honestly, it drives about the same to me as the ARCA car. It's obviously a little bit faster, but for me, it wasn't really as difficult of a transition between that and the ARCA car. I mean, most of the time, I'll use the same kind of lifting and brake points that I would as the ARCA car in that Xfinity car, just because they, and to me, handle relatively similar. And I mean, some tracks I'll be decent at. I think Auto Club, I'm okay at. That's in my opinion one of my better tracks, but that's a lot of people's good tracks. I think Michigan will be a okay race. I don't know how exactly that's going to go. Obviously, circumstances will decide that. But most of those tracks are really easy to just run at.
Yeah, we go to Michigan July 18th. That should be fun.
Michigan's always been a good race for Blazing Pedals.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of green flag laps at Michigan.
Yeah.
And the one after that's Sonoma. That's our anniversary. Taylor's not gonna show up for that one.
Yeah, Taylor, that All-Star race, that was just a combination of me trying to just be full on fuel while you guys were running up front, and trying to catch the field after getting out of the pits and passing one too many cars and getting a flag for it.
Oh, nice. Rick sent me a picture of him wearing his Sandwich Edge Racing shirt. Nice, buddy. Looks good.
Hell yeah.
Where was our All-Star race last year? That was North Wilkesboro, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Be interesting to see where we're going this year. And how they're going to, who's all going to make it in. How they're going to do it.
Does Tim pick it just that week of
Tim
it?
does pick it.
Like
Yeah.
the week of it, though, and he heads up a couple weeks in advance, or that week?
No,
of?
they said we're good at like an hour in advance when it is.
Well, I don't even. I'm pretty sure it's going to be about the same as it was the past couple years. It's going to be we learn what track the race is at when the session goes up, and instead of it being an hour in advance, what he's going to do is I think he even said it earlier in the chat. But he's
if
gonna
it's a
be
weird
like an
track,
hour and a half of practice.
Yeah, I think it's
to
if a
make
track
sure
people,
everybody-
if it's a track people have to buy, then he'll do an hour and a half practice.
Yeah.
So it could possibly be a track that's not on the schedule that I have no idea what it is.
Most likely, it's going to be at a track not on the schedule.
Ah, balls.
Well, you gotta get up in the points so you can get in the All-Star race.
Well, I know, but like if that chance comes along.
What we got to do is we got to have Amanda qualify on pole for Talladega.
Oh yeah. You gotta learn. You gotta work your qualifying.
Just get her the absolute
So if you get a
best.
pole, you get like locked into it.
I'm pretty sure it's pole sitters and race winners, if I'm not mistaken.
Because the only
then they take points after that, I think.
I doubt
Yeah,
it'll be
if
Aaron,
I think we go to 20 drivers, if I remember right. Mark can correct me on this. And we'll take as many pole sitters and race winners as we have in the league, and I think we go just straight off of just past league history until we get to 20, and then we start going towards more recent stuff, I guess.
Charlotte's the only place I've ever taken polls before, so that would be the only one I think I'd actually have a chance at. But I'd say Charlotte would be the one I'd had a chance.
Charlotte's after the All-Star race.
Talladega is going to be easy. You just got to go full out, and we just got to help you get better at qualifying on a super speedway.
Basically, got Talladega and Gateway.
Like I said, I want a couple extra practices this week where we can get a bunch of people in the practice and stuff, and I'm gonna just practice hot laps nonstop.
I thought we took the top 20 last year for the All-Star race because that was where some people weren't going to make it, and the guys that were outside of the top 20 in points moved in. I thought
I think they take the winners and the pole sitters first, but I mean Perkins has 3 poles, and Grudenberg has I don't know how many wins now.
Yeah, and the reason we were starting to go off of points towards the end there was to fill the 20 slots for the drivers. And that was because some guys wouldn't have been able to make it, or didn't want to buy the track or something. And then
track $5 to $15, like they don't want to buy it.
I don't know, but
Aaron didn't want to buy $15 gloves.
They couldn't make the race, or something came up and they weren't in. That was another slot that would open up for the next highest person in points that wasn't already locked in based off of polls or race wins.
Okay.
Aaron says he should get in. He has a Charlotte win.
I mean, he would be locked in because again, we're going off people who have won in Blazing Pedals.
Yeah, Corey.
He's like, yeah, I'm a winner. BAH.
Oh, we know he's a winner, Dalton. We don't hear the end of it.
It's an every week thing.
Who just hit the wall up there?
Ty, and then he cut back across in front of the field because internet sucks. You probably can't see half of them.
I forgot about that one.
Well, this was before they changed the ARCA cars where you could push with them, right? I think our second Talladega race you couldn't push with the ARCA cars.
Actually, wait, no. I think for the most part it actually was to the point where you couldn't push in the ARCA cars.
I think so. I think Daytona last year was the only one where you could really first Daytona. Then after that you couldn't touch at all. And that's why I like that we went to the Xfinity cars. Like I said, I like the ARCA cars, but that point where You just barely touch somebody and you're spinning out.
What's up, Dave Seats? Thanks for joining us. I commented earlier, but I can give you a shout out. Yeah, hopefully they don't pick a road course for the All-Star race. That'd be awful. Oh shit! He's got a mask on. Dalton, you just get robbed?
I would have died.
That was the taser. That was the taser. You just didn't have it
awesome.
on. And when I say I was trying my damnedest to not like jump the second he opened the door.
Yeah.
I was like, I am not gonna do it. I'm just gonna turn around and watch.
Do you have a home invasion going on at your house?
Just maybe. I don't know. I mean, hell, I've got cardboard on my freaking window because they think my room is so hot because it's either the window's bad or the AC is bad in here. But I mean, say break through that anytime.
That's awesome.
At least you didn't scream. That would have been entertaining.
What would be awesome, Dave? Me having a home invasion where I get beat to shit? Do you not like me?
Any reason you get beat to shit would be awesome.
I know it would be for you, Aaron, but...
I'm going to mail your dad a Nerf baseball bat. Just show up in the mail one day and then have you on again the following Monday.
He's trying to steal all the fuel he's saving.
I've got a stockpile. Just instead of clothes and shoes and stuff.
Yeah, he's got 50-gallon drums in that thing.
You see a bunch of blue barrels and shit.
That's awesome.
All right, well, we've been going about an hour and 40. I think, Aaron, you gotta get out here and go to work, right?
Yes, sir. That's what I was just looking at.
Yeah, I know. It's around 9:30, 9:45. You gotta get out of here, but
Mark, what?
Yeah, we'll end on that.
That's a new one.
But thanks for everybody for tuning in tonight. Everybody in chat, it's been a fun night. Thanks, Dalton, for joining us. You know, we learned a lot learned all about your fuel strategy. You got 50-gallon drums. You have home invasions going on in Florida nonstop.
Your dad has Aaron Bockover underwear.
Yeah, your dad bought Aaron Bockover underwear. And your dad likes to taser you all the time. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's not the only thing. He has a freaking he has an air horn. He likes to mess with.
Oh yeah, that would be even better. Scare the shit out of you with that. But yeah, thanks for joining us. Thanks, Dalton's dad, for giving us something to laugh at tonight. The suspense was killing us.
Yeah, Mark.
So, yep, we'll be back live next week after Talladega with Derek Paulson. Like I said, hopefully he wrecks the whole field, so then we got something to talk about.
Or gets wrecked, or speeds on pit road.
Yeah, I think more he'll wreck the whole field. From what I've seen.
He'll be trying to push Taylor too much to get up to where Amanda is, and
no, Taylor's gonna fall back and find Amanda.
Yeah, good point.
But yeah, thanks again, Dalton, for joining us. Thank you again,
Thanks for having me.
Aaron Bockover, because you're so fast for being on here. You know, take time out of your busy schedule.
Real quick, since Dave jumped in here towards the end, we're looking for somebody in 2 weeks, Dave. If you're interested, need to get a guest in here.
Yeah, somebody reach out to me, throw me a message on Discord, and we'll get you in here. We got Mark the week after that, Labor Day weekend, but we got a spot to fill let's see what's next week. The 24th. Yeah, 24th we got a spot to fill. So anybody who wants to come on, let me know. So until next week, everybody, thanks for tuning in.
See ya.
Thanks, guys.
See ya.